A massive shockwave just ripped through the tennis community. Coco Gauff has been tapped to headline a mega tour in China alongside Carlos Alcaraz, leaving Aryna Sabalenka completely out in the cold. Beijing is bankrolling this exclusive showcase. And while it looked like a guaranteed payday for the top seeds, organizers pulled a fast one by picking Gauff over the Belarusian powerhouse. You might not hear a peep from Sabalenka publicly, but don't let the silence fool you. Behind the scenes, that has got to sting. Is she scrambling? The spotlight is shifting, and she knows exactly what this snub signals for her career trajectory. So, what is the real story behind choosing Coco over Aryna, and how does this shake up their already heated rivalry? Honestly, it feels like a scene straight out of a film. It is so surreal, just absolutely massive. How are things? Hey, looking sharp. Seriously, looking sharp. Thanks, I picked up some fresh gear. We actually grabbed something for you as well. Let us zoom out for a second and look at the actual stakes here, because this is not your average exhibition match. We are talking about a landmark initiative funded by Chinese state interests designed to supercharge tennis fandom in the region by importing the absolute cream of the crop. Locking in Carlos Alcaraz was a no-brainer. The Spanish prodigy is basically the poster boy for the next era of men's tennis. Drafting him was the easiest decision they had to make. As the top-ranked male on the planet, his presence guarantees eyeballs and media frenzies like nothing else. But things got complicated and controversial when it came time to select the female lead. Pundits and diehard fans assumed Aryna Sabalenka was a lock, given her sheer dominance and recent trophy haul. Yet, in a plot twist nobody saw coming, the invite went to America's sweetheart, Coco Gauff. The big question is, why? We need to dissect exactly why Gauff was the strategic play for this blockbuster event, and why Sabalenka might be sweating a little right now. Coco has fought her way to elite status, sure, but her value here isn't just about forehands and backhands, it is about charisma. Her rise has been defined by grit, class, and a level of steadiness that is rare for someone her age. She has this magnetic quality that resonates with people from every corner of society. That blend of maturity and genuine warmth makes her the ideal ambassador for a campaign trying to win over hearts and minds globally. Between the lines, she is an athletic marvel. Outside the arena, she is poised, thoughtful, and articulate. She represents the exact image China wants to project as they expand their footprint in the international sporting landscape. Gauff is transcending the sport itself. She is a cultural icon, a beacon for young people, and a bucket of sunshine, but her global marketability is the real clincher here. The Chinese organizers are hunting for a face that can pull in a massive general audience. They are not just chasing tennis nerds, they want the casual viewer who connects with a compelling human story. Coco's down-to-earth vibe and the way she handles herself make her someone you just want to cheer for, making her feel like part of a larger movement. So, while nobody questions Sabalenka's lethal skill set, Coco's ability to cross cultural boundaries made her the superior candidate for this specific mission. Her talent for engaging a wide variety of people sealed the deal, but let us address the elephant in the room. Why specifically Coco and not Aryna? The bottom line is that Gauff has morphed into a marketing juggernaut who can bridge gaps between different audiences worldwide. Even though Sabalenka is arguably one of the most terrifying hitters on the tour right now, her on-court ferocity does not always translate into that warm, fuzzy, universal likability. Her style is aggressive and intense, which is electrifying for purists, but can be a bit divisive for the general public. When your goal is to court a massive, emerging market like China, opting for Gauff's relatable, composed brand is simply a smarter business move. This is not about who has the better serve statistics. It is about who can carry the mantle of the sport. Coco symbolizes hope and grit, an image that translates effortlessly across borders. She attracts fans who might never watch a tennis match otherwise, extending her reach far beyond the typical demographic. That is precisely why Beijing, hungry to elevate the game's profile, bypassed Sabalenka in favor of the American star. Let us be real, though this decision carries some heavy baggage. Passing over Sabalenka is a direct hit to the ego, and you know that has to burn. Aryna is a warrior with a massive personality, yet in this high-stakes popularity contest, Coco was deemed the more bankable asset. Sabalenka might play it cool in front of the cameras, but privately, knowing, that she was swapped out for a rival on such a massive stage is only going to pour gasoline on her competitive fire. While Gauff basks in the glory of this massive break, we can't just ignore the elephant in the room, Aryna Sabalenka. Sabalenka is a literal juggernaut between the lines, famous for a brutal, suffocating aggression that crushes opponents through pure kinetic energy. Yet, history proves her volcano-like temper is a double-edged sword, often imploding just when the momentum slips through her fingers. There is no questioning the loyalty of her tribe. That raw intensity commands a certain kind of blood and guts respect. However, she remains a divisive icon, with her screaming outbursts and pressure cooker meltdowns drawing sharp criticism from the purists. For every fan who adores her audacity, there is another who finds the theatrics simply too much to handle. You have to weigh that volatility heavily when you are trying to woo a massive, untapped audience like the Chinese market. Missing this tour does not erase her elite skill set, but it definitely shines a spotlight on her difficulty connecting with anyone outside the die-hard tennis bubble. Gauff's magnetic charisma, shining brightly both during the match and away from the court, made her the undeniable pick for this trip, even if it required leaving a superstar like Sabalenka in the cold. The clash between Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka has evolved into one of the most gripping narratives in the modern game. It is fire versus ice, a collision of opposing philosophies and vibes that makes every single matchup electric. You have Gauff's steel-trap mind and tactical grace locking horns with the sledgehammer force of Sabalenka's all-out assault. Although Coco has held the upper hand lately, do not make the mistake of thinking this war is anywhere near finished. Aryna is the definition of resilient, and you better believe this rejection is just adding jet fuel to her desire to dominate the main stage. The friction between these two titans is destined to escalate as their story gets written in real time. Gauff's ascent is unstoppable, and this expedition is her golden ticket to cement her legacy among the legends of the sport. As for Sabalenka, this might be the harsh reality check required to force an evolution in both her gameplay and her public persona. This feud is poised to anchor the WTA for the next decade, and Gauff's selection for the China Tour is a pivotal chapter. It thrusts her center stage as the premier ambassador of the sport, offering a rare shot at true global domination. This journey could very well trigger an avalanche of success for Coco, pushing her trajectory upward not just as an athlete, but as a bona fide cultural phenomenon. For Aryna, while this pill is bitter, the book is far from closed. She is a warrior, and this exclusion will only sharpen her appetite for revenge. Her heavy artillery and savage will ensure she remains a terrifying obstacle for anyone across the net. Consequently, the heat with Gauff is only going to intensify. Ultimately, choosing Coco for this exclusive China run marks a watershed moment. She is morphing into the avatar of a new generation, proving that charisma, grit, and adaptability now rival pure strength. Aryna Sabalenka might have taken the hit this round, but her saga continues. If anything, this pours gasoline on the fire, promising us even more explosive showdowns ahead. What is your take? Did the organizers make the right call with Coco, or did Sabalenka deserve the ticket? Sound off in the comments section. And remember to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat in the world of tennis.